Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of tracing paper like this, and you're going to fold it corner to corner so that it's a triangle and open it back up. Then on one side you're going to write a word in bubble letters or block letters, okay? And if you need help figuring out how to make a letter a block letter, you can just come up and see me. Now you need to plan this out because you need to fill the whole space. So I'm going to do the word love, which means my O and V are going to be huge. And the top of my V is going to be at two different heights there. I might want to make that a little pointy so it doesn't look like a U. And it's at this point that you can make any of the corrections. Use a pencil so that you can erase. And an E. The tracing paper is very thin stuff and very easily torn, so be careful when you're drawing, and especially if you need to erase. Alright, so now I've got L-O-V-E, love, like this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it over. You're going to fold it backwards. Once you've folded it over, you'll be able to flip it over, and you can't quite see through the tracing paper. So then what you need to do is you need to trace over your pencil lines with a pen, a felt tip pen. That way, when you flip it over, you're going to be able to see on the other side the letters. Alright, now you can see it fairly easily through the tracing paper. And then you could use pen or pencil, it doesn't matter to me. And you're going to go over this. And this creates a translated image. Okay? So we're using translation at this point, or mirror image. I'm looking through the tracing paper here. Now the words that you can pick out, if you want to do love, you can, but that's not very creative since that's my example. I want you to come up with a word that is meaningful to you. Now when you open this up, you're going to have your original word and a translated image of that word. Then you're going to get a 12 by 12 piece of paper and you're going to fold it into half and then half again, and that's going to create four sections. Both. Alright, now what we're going to do is this is a piece of carbon paper. This is old technology. This is back before they had copiers and printers. It's very hard to come by these days because it's old technology, but what's cool about it is on this side it makes transfers. And so what you want is you want the words to face up, and it's going to cover that area, and wherever that is, you take your pencil and you push down hard over your line. Now be careful not to tear your paper here because it's very, like I said, very easy to tear tracing paper. It transfers that right over.
No wonder.
Okay, so that's very cool.
I always wonder how
Then,
this
is when we're going to get into rotation. So we've done translation. We're going to do rotation. We're not going to do any flipping, okay? We're going to take the whole thing, we're going to put our finger in the middle, and you're going to rotate it to the next one. When you're done with that one, you rotate it to the next one. When you're done with that one, rotate it to the next one. And that's going to create a radial pattern. When you're done with all of that, transferring it all on, you're going to color it with markers so that there's no white showing. Okay? Now you could choose to color it so the words are very obvious, or you could choose to color it so the words are very abstract. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one whole section here for you guys. I'm going to go over the whole thing using this carbon paper. Pushing down kind of hard with my pencil. It doesn't have to be really super hard though, it just can't be really light. Now, and then I'll be fine there. Now see here, I'm going to have to move my carbon paper over. And see, my carbon paper's right, not there. I'm going to show you how it's not going to show up there. Okay.
That is hard.
And I can just fill that in really easily there. So now I've got my guidelines to fill it in. So my L's are all going to be in the corner, my E's are all going to be on the outside corner because I'm rotating this. So then I'm going to rotate it over. My L's are still in the corner there, and I'm going to do this whole section. So this shape now needs to be the same because it's a pattern. Okay, so if I choose to make my O yellow here, it needs to be a yellow O for every single one. Unless you do even more complex, you could do, you know,
like
O,
red, blue.
or it could be like yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green.
You color the background colors?
You do color the background as well.